Hey guys, hey, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for Beyond the Backdrop. I gotta jump this off with a question before we kind of jump into it. First off, I want to know, especially for my people that catch this on a replay, because my live viewers don't catch the first couple of minutes. So I may ask it later. But I want to know how many of you have ever planned something in your business, or it could be in life. You poured your time, you poured your money, you poured your energy into it, and it just did not go the way you expected. I want you guys to be super freaking honest even if you catch this on the replay, because that's what tonight is going to be. Oh, baby, it's going to be all about. First of all, I'm glad I even made it to this day on live. I have been shipping orders for probably 4 or 5 days, but the past 2 days, it has been a lot, like a lot. Really trying to get caught up because we had that class and I had to pause everything, and I'm trying to make sure everybody get their stuff out. I want to say thank you, definitely thank you for the support. And it just was a little more than I was expecting. It was a lot more than I was expecting. Definitely. But that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Y'all know at the end of the day, I always show up in full transparency, and I gotta give you guys the real. And tonight ain't no different. I wasn't even going to do this broadcast, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm tired. I am exhausted. The way I felt on Sunday, I should have took Sunday off and just whatever, but I didn't. I went right back into the studio so I could make sure I processed those orders. And baby, the body, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the back, the neck, the everything was like, girl, lay back down. But tonight, I'm definitely going to do it. As soon as I get off this broadcast, I'm taking my tail to bed. Thank you, Kim. You lying though, baby. This hat is on. This was the best I could give y'all tonight. This was the best I could give you guys. But we're going to jump into it. We're going to jump into it tonight. It's going to be so good, though. It's going to be so good because this has been kind of like replaying in my head and like all throughout my day. And I'm glad I'm doing it tonight and didn't postpone it to next week, because I started to, because I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie, the girl is tired. But I said I have to do it when I'm in the vein, or I'm gonna forget a lot of stuff because life is just busy. So I want to know, if you just joining me, for one, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. It's going to be a good one. Welcome to the live. Yes, my neck and my back. My neck and my back. Welcome to the live, guys. But I want to know, first thing I opened up tonight's live with was, have you ever, or how many of you, and I want y'all to tell me in the chat, be super honest. This ain't the place for you to fake it and do all that other shenanigans. This ain't it. How many of you guys have ever planned something in your business or in life or wherever? You poured your time, you poured your energy, you poured your money, you poured everything that you had, and it just did not go as expected. If you have ever experienced this, just put a me down in the chat. Just put a me. And if you haven't, good luck, but it's coming. It is coming. The main thing about this, guys, is that deep down, you show up, you do the work, but things still fall apart, right? And sometimes things are just beyond your freaking control. It is what it is. Sometimes things happen. And guys, that was me this entire freaking weekend. And I ain't gonna lie. I think that was me this entire, like the past 2 weeks. I swear to goodness. It just seemed like the past 2 weeks was like, girl, we ain't letting you out of this 2025 without giving you a real chase for your money. I'm trying to tell you. So the past 2 weeks, and it could even be 3. I can't really think that far back. So I can't remember. I just know it was like thing after thing after thing after thing. And baby, who else could I talk to about it other than my tribe? I'm trying to tell you. Come on, Cevitre. I hope I'm saying this right. That is a heck of a name. That is pretty. I hope I ain't messed that up, because that is pretty, girl. Kimberly, thank you. It's good to know I ain't by myself. Some other people did too, but they just ain't got the balls to say that it was them. But it's okay. Guys, we gonna have some fun tonight, as we always do. With me being tired and all, one thing I can honestly say is my tribe members, like my show enough tribe members, I always am able to pull a sense of uh refreshness from you guys. And tonight, tonight, baby, I'm gonna be leaning. I'm gonna be leaning. So if I got permission, y'all put lean down in the chat. Everybody that's new though, because I do see some new guys. Everyone that's new, I definitely want to tell you guys, welcome to Beyond the Backdrop. And if you guys are catching this on the replay, that's totally fine. But guess what? Even if you're catching this on the replay, tell me #replay down in the chat. And the main thing is you right on time. Jackie girl, where you been at? Come on, Savitre. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's a you new girl. Are you new? You new and giving me come on now. She's the only one to say it. I was great to say, well, come on now. Guys, tonight live is going to be a little different, right? The night, normally when I come in beyond the backdrop, I'll give you guys updates of what's going on. I give you guys some strategies. I give you guys some tips. Sometimes I'm just giving you the business. I don't know. That's what it's about. It's about going beyond the backdrop, really giving you the skinny on how things are in the industry. And everything ain't so surface level, right? So again, tonight is not about that. Tonight is different. I'm not teaching you no daggone techniques. I'm not giving you no strategy. I'm not showing you a new tool. None of that. Tonight, what I'm doing tonight is I am going to be sharing with you guys what happened this weekend at my 3-day workshop. Guys, guess what? I'm going to give you the good, the messy, and the lessons that I'm taking from it. One thing I've learned, and I'm just grateful for where I am right now, is that Savitre said, I love your energy. Girl, I'm glad because I ain't got none left right about now. So thank you for that. One thing about it, though, where I am right now, I tend to take a sense of, I don't know. I kind of just look at things a lot different today than I probably would have a few years ago, right? And I love the season that I am in. I really, really, really do love it. And like I said, like things that happen or how we respond to experiences, and I don't know what I'd have did a couple years ago. I'm not too sure. So tonight I'm gonna be telling you guys like really what happened this weekend and what I learned from it. Because baby, I learned a lot. And you know how sometimes, especially when you hit them 40s, you be thinking, you really be thinking you grown and you know all the stuff in your 20s. Then in your 30s, you have those you had those epiphanies and you kind of realize that you ain't know nothing. And then when them 40s come, you're like, oh, I'm good. I lived a little bit. Baby, I'm still learning. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my God. I am still freaking learning. And I love the fact that I look at things and looking at what I can take from it, right? So the one thing about tonight and why I need you guys to really, really, really pay attention and why this would matter to you, whether you were there or not. It's not about who was there, who wasn't there. That ain't the point. The point is every single one of us on this live, every single one of us that catch this replay is going to face moments in our business where things just don't go as planned, where we have, we really have to look at things and own what's ours, right? But even the things that's not yours, you still got to explain what the hell is not yours. And then you got to move forward anyway, because at the end of the day, that's just how life operates, right? Most importantly is how you handle those moments. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys, it's all about how you handle those moments, because that is what separates real entrepreneurs, real CEOs, real grown ass women from people who just want to give up and quit. I'm going to say it. I said it. Yes, that is the stuff that separates really the quality of people, right? I want you guys, because I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it. I thought I was tired. Maybe not. I want y'all to drop a real talk in the comments if you're really ready for an honest conversation about growth, though, because that's what it really is about. That's what my conversation is about. It's about growth, and it's about accountability, and it's about what it takes to really build a business that lasts. I ain't talking about the people that want to dibble dabble, jump in, jump out. It's hot right now. This is trending. I'm gonna jump. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about people that is looking to build a business that lasts. People that's looking to build a brand behind integrity. Come on, Kim. Renee girl. Hey, boo. Hey, Ruth girl. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth, I ain't talked to you in so long. Oh my God. That's because I've been under the daggone rock. But baby, I am so back. I swear to God, the day was my first time even talking to my team, like actually on a Zoom. And I forgot how long we was on the call, baby. I think it was a long time. Feel like I was in hiding. I swear to God. We gonna get into it. Hey, Joyce girl, how you feeling? We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. But before we get into it, I need you guys that know the drill. I need you to drop your name, drop your city in the chat. I want to know if you are new. Oh, especially if you've been new. If you are new, I want you to put newbie down in the chat to let me know you guys are new. And if you're day one, put day one. But while you're putting your name, one of the most important things I need you guys to put is your city. Like, where are you viewing from? One thing I can say in this workshop, guys, we had people that was in the same, it was so crazy. We had people that were in the same city that didn't know each other. We had people that had events in another city that people, it was those kind of dynamics kind of always happen. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch. I'm not gonna lie. So definitely drop your city, drop your name, right? Drop your name. People want to see where you're viewing from and who they could possibly connect with. I already know y'all. Half y'all anyway, unless you knew. Hey, Shannon. She said, maybe Shannon Williams. Hey, boo. Unless you are new, I don't know you. But if you aren't, then clearly I know you. But guess what? The new viewers don't. Okay. So that's the whole reason you're putting it down. All right. And at the end of the day, y'all know I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to share this live. I'm trying to tell you this one right here. This one right here is going to help somebody. And I need you guys to help me reach more people, because that is ultimately my whole purpose, and showing up the way I show up, how I show up, for whom I show up for. I show up every freaking Monday, just about 95% of the time, to really open the door, right? And help people that's on this journey and getting them through to the other side. Your designer bestie, you don't even know who your designer bestie is, or your draping bestie. You don't even know who they are, but that's okay. I need y'all to not be selfish tonight. Don't try to keep me in your back pocket. I know y'all be trying to keep me to yourselves. Don't do that. Not tonight. Share the live, okay? Share the live. Thank you, Alicia Queen. How you, girl? How your hips been? Baby, mine is screaming for dear life. And all of the lemon bee seeds in the world, or lemon standbacks, whatever they are, could not give me any kind of revive today. I'm trying to tell you. All right, so we're gonna get in. I want you definitely share the live, guys. Hey, Ben 2, welcome. So I see you back on and popping, Ben 2. I like it. Before I get into it, though, I gotta tell you guys, Regina, I appreciate you, Queen. Come on with it. She said, mine is yelling for a dear life. I did not know that you could hurt in some of the places that I woke up hurting in the past 2 days. I'm trying to tell you. But before we get into it, guys, I definitely want to tell you, one, we're back in action. I have been out of rotation. I haven't been on my lives or any of that, because I've been dealing with this daggone class. Not only that, I don't know what I was thinking about. I was in the midst of a 12 days of Christmas, and y'all went ham. Y'all went ham. I had to pause. We had to pause the sale, and we had to pause the shipping. I was like, I wasn't ready. So not only that, we're back in action. We kicked our sale back off today. I think we're on day 9 or day 10, something like that. So we got a couple days left. And if you guys are familiar how I do this, I've been doing this for years. So this ain't nothing new. I do it at the same time all the time. And I always save the best for last. So if you are not inside Posh Draping University, you're about to miss out. I said it last week, and a lot of y'all did miss out just simply because you weren't in Draping University, Posh Draping University. And then by the time you got in there, it was sold out. The thing that you wanted for that day, it was gone, because my people over there don't play. Kimberly, let me tell you something. Renee say, oh, that store was hot. Oh, you was right there to witness it firsthand. Girl, I was like, I can't. Like, oh my God. I had boxes everywhere, fabric everywhere. I was like, oh, send help. Please. I'm trying to tell you. And then here go Kim every day. Where's number 9? I'm like, Kim, you do know I'm in class. Right. Don't laugh. I said, oh, wait till I get her. Wait till I get back on my admin task. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. But the main thing is we kicked that back off. And I'm not gonna lie. Some of the things that happened in this weekend, another reason why I paused it, because it really made me rethink what I want to do. It really just kind of made me rethink some of the things that I was about to do, and just kind of pause, halt, and just, is this a good idea? I don't know. So now I just want to tell you, if you are in Draping University, like I said, we kicked the first one back off today, and it'll last until the 12 days of Christmas is over. So you'll be one of the first ones to be able to get the exclusive discount. It may not hit this social media platform because they get it first and they get an exclusive discount, right? By the time it hits social media, it's only if there's something left, and then it's never the same deal. It's always a lesser deal, because the benefit in being inside Draping University is you get exclusive access. So one of the things, if you are not, no, she said, I did, girl, please, bye. Kimberly, I ain't even got no fabric left. For real. That's all gone. It's all gone. That was another reason why I had to stop it, because I didn't even know what I had. I was like, hold on. I had to stop it. Like, stop the bus. I got to get off for a second. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to tell you. But we're back, and you guys know, if you're familiar, we always save the best for last. I think we have 3 days left. I can't remember. The day was a very long admin day. So point is that there are some ones left, and they're always the best ones. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. So my team just dropped the link down in the chat. And if you have not joined, you still can join. If you don't know, you probably heard me talking about Draping University for quite some time now, child. I don't know. January 1st, that sucker do increase. So the one other benefit of going ahead and at least getting access is that you can lock in 2025 prices before it increase, because that is happening definitely on January the 1st. All right. Not the short. Hey, Stork. Cliche Confections. Okay, I like it. So main thing, like how the sale works, Draping University members, they get access to the deals from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. And this is Eastern time. And that is an exclusive discount that only those guys are able to see. Once it hit the social pages, then the discount is a lot less. So if you're in a university, you get first dibs by just simply being active or being inside at 8 a.m. Outside of that, what we have this week, I don't want you guys to miss. You were looking for it last week. I couldn't do it because I had the classes going on, and we was prepping for the class. And then I had my mentees and my peoples like at the office really helping me out. So we had to put the webinars on pause. But this week, you guys have been looking for it. You've been emailing the team. Posh Design Studio webinar is back on Wednesday. Guys, y'all seen it. Kimberly, I saw your message too. You was like, oh my God, we something you say about the upgrades, because you know our developer is always constantly doing the upgrades. Some of them I haven't even had a chance to talk to you guys about because I was dealing with that class. But it's a lot of new upgrades. We even did some today that just get on the webinar, y'all. Just get on the webinar, okay? The Posh Design Studio webinar is where you get to see the behind the scenes of how everything works and connects to see if it's for you. All right. That is Wednesday at 8 p.m. This is totally free. It's just for you to kind of see how it works and how it can help your business. Okay. Then we have Draping for Dollars, which is this Friday at noon. I had some of you guys also last Friday looking for that, but I was in class. I couldn't host that because I was in class. But this is where we really talk about how you're able to make money in the draping industry, right? Is a lot more than just the fabric and doing the design and all that stuff. This is about pricing, positioning, and profiting. And you don't want to miss trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. I'm trying to tell you. So that's Friday. And these webinars and masterclasses they're totally complimentary. It don't cost you anything. Just make sure you sign up down in the chat. If you catch this on the replay, the team has dropped the link in the chat. All right. So if you are ready to get started, the last one, y'all, is Draping for Dollars. Thank you for that. If you're ready to get started, I need y'all to do one thing. Ooh, child, one thing. Ooh, child. I want to hurry up and get started so I can get a ball pee and go to bed. I ain't gonna lie. I want y'all to drop a 1 down in the chat. Put a 1 down in this freaking chat if y'all ready to get started. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie, I do miss being on my lives. I do. I don't know what it is about it, but I felt like a slave last week. I did. Like I think I was only in my house maybe 5 hours every day, and that was from damn near midnight to 4 a.m. every day. I was in and out. I was like, ooh, child. Oh my God. Come on, TT. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl Lee Robinson. All right, Alicia, let's go. All right, so point one. What happened this weekend? And this is the absolute truth. First thing I want to talk about, kind of get it out there. What actually happened at this freaking workshop? And I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened and what it was. It ain't about sugarcoating nothing. Point is, it ain't go as planned. It didn't. And some of the people that actually attended was disappointed, right? And the experience, I'm not gonna lie, once I heard some things, it didn't quite match what was advertised. And I had to respect that. Being totally honest, I had to respect it, hearing the different viewpoints of the things I heard, right? So tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all from my mouth exactly what happened. It's not about making no excuses. It's about really giving you the full picture. Because at the end of the day, from I first started building this business, I've always been transparent. Always. And transparency matters, right? And guess what? Not only transparency matters, accountability matters. And if I'm asking you guys to show up with integrity in your business, I've always done the same. And guess what? It ain't going to change now. So here's what happened behind the scenes. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, day one went well. Day one always go well. You want to know why? Because this is traditional draping. That's the portion of the workshop that I've mastered. That I could teach that in my freaking sleep. I could. I've mastered it. I've been teaching that for 8 freaking years. I've failed some classes. I've improved. Point is, I was on this continual process of improving infrastructure, curriculum, technique, the whole things, right? That class I taught for a long time. And like I said, this has been mastered. With day one, students always feel confident in those foundational skills. They always feel confident with the technique portion. They always feel confident. That has always been the standard, right? But this class with day 2 and day 3, I ain't gonna lie, that's where things fell apart. Maybe things fell apart. Y'all put a part down in the chat if you hear me, baby. Here's why. For starters, right? The one thing, and I've kind of been telling you guys about this the past couple of months, but this class, I couldn't change it because they already purchased it. Some people purchased day 2 and day 3, and that made it extremely difficult to engage the full scope since different activities was happening on different days. That made it super freaking difficult, right? And what that ended up happening is that we had to cut this option out a few classes back for the same exact reason. I think it was, I don't know if it was the last class. It was one of them classes. I was like, we ain't doing no more. You can pick which day you want to attend. That's done. We done with that. But this class was already sold out. So it was nothing I can change at that will. But we've already changed all of the classes for 2026. And the February class is sold out. No one has the option of just picking which day they want. No, you got to be at the full scope of the full entire workshop, right? Now, if the one thing is, it makes it easier for a flow, and that you ain't got to pick and choose, well, who's involved in this and who's involved in that. It's just too much. It's just too much chaos. Now, anyone that's attending the 3-day workshop, moving forward, any class that we have, you have to attend the full workshop. Or choose a smaller scale class. Like if the full workshop don't work, then you got to just go to a 1-day class. It just we can't pick apart the class and the attendees and then separate the activities. It just don't work. I said this last time, right? So that was the one thing that really, it was just like, I don't even know what I was thinking about. I know what I was thinking about. I always tend to think about trying to accommodate, but that don't work all the time. All right. That just don't work all the time. One of the biggest things, which was, oh my goodness, this was one of the things. Now, when I told Alicia, she was like, wait a minute, before I even get into it, this is one thing. Alicia, I see you here. I don't even think I told you this, but when I told you that damn red fabric ain't come, now the class started on Thursday. I didn't find out that the fabric didn't come until Tuesday night. That's when my fabric was delivered. And they notified me that it didn't leave a port or something they said. I don't know. I called Alicia. Oh, wait a minute, was it the day before? Dang, I think it was the day before. It was the day before. I can't remember. Alicia, you tell me. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I don't remember because it's just like a whole lot going on. So I called her, and this is already late in the evening because I'm ripping and running to the different fabric stores trying to get this fabric. And clearly, I should have knew better. They had it because it's holiday time. They ain't had it. And so they trying to, they saying how much I need, and that was a pretty coin for them. And they trying to kind of coax me into, I could get it by this day, I could get it by that day. And I'm like, nah, I need it for this day. This day I need it for. I thought so the day before. Yes. So it was just so crazy. So the red fabric did not come. Out of all of the fabric that I had, everything else came. My black, my what's the new one? My cloud dancer. Every other fabric came except for my freaking red. It didn't come. So when that didn't come, it was like, oh my God, what do we do now? I mentioned it in class that the red fabric isn't here. And I knew that was going to be very disappointing, right? It was still disappointing. It's not there. The whole class was based on red velvet, right? So when they told me, I'm like, I don't know what I experienced. And I don't know what I experienced because I couldn't even get it overnight or anything because it didn't even make it off the, whatever they got going on. It wasn't even in the store. It was like still at the port. So I'm like, you is kidding me. So that was like the most major thing right there. I rode around all of the little multiple fabric stores. I got some. The one store had, he had like a half a roll. It wasn't even a half a roll, honestly. It was like a quarter of a daggone roll. And y'all know he charged me top dollar, which was cool, but it was nowhere near what we needed. We needed like 8 rolls. It was a lot that I needed. So I bought it anyway. I don't know why I bought it, but I don't know. I just bought it. So I'm calling Alicia like, girl, you ain't gonna believe this. And I gotta, this is the kind of replies I be expecting, but some people be failing. I told her about I said, it ain't come. First thing she said, what do you need me to do? Now, I didn't know what the hell I needed her to do. Now, I knew she had some red fabric because she just bought it from me, but I knew she had nowhere near what I needed. And this is the day before class, y'all. This is already like 6 p.m. And so it just was her response. So Alicia, I gotta tell you, boo, thank you for that because that was the most perfect response you could have had in that time. It was. So we dealing with that, trying to get the fabric. And point blank period, executive decision. It was no way we could get hands on that amount of fabric, so we didn't have it. And she still brung what she could, right? But it just still wasn't enough. Main thing is you can't execute a red velvet design without the red velvet fabric. And even though I attempted to try and find it, I couldn't. So the only other thing I could do is try and incorporate a lot of red elements, right? So I went and got a whole lot of red flowers, right? On top of what we already had. I like the flowers. Flowers came out phenomenal. Everybody said the flowers was phenomenal. I'm not no florist. I don't know nothing about them. I just was sticking and moving. sticking and moving. Sticking and moving. Thank you, babe. She said, Renee say she came in ready for real. Baby, it be so much. Y'all just have no idea what be happening. And I would expect that y'all would, because this is what y'all do too. So y'all know how things just happen. But just, I don't know what it was about this one. So that was the first thing. The fabric did not come. And then they emailed me the next morning. Well, what do you want us to do? I don't want you to do nothing now. I don't need it. Like, it was for this. So that was the one thing that just was horrible, mess up the entire design. Second thing, being totally honest, is that we were over capacity, period. It's so many people, and this happens at every class. I'm not gonna lie. It happens at every class, which is why, and since we're in the studio in Atlanta, I try and accommodate, and I just move people around. We were over capacity because several people who initially booked their spot, because they booked it like way in, like, I don't know, let's just say August. I know it was months ago. This thing been sold out for a long time. But then they would come back and say they couldn't attend, right? Okay, cool. If you can't attend, that opens up a seat. So it was like maybe three people couldn't attend, or maybe 4. Because even at the last minute, it was 2 more people that couldn't attend. It was a lot of people, point blank period. And so some at the end, they got a spot and they said they couldn't attend. And when they changed their mind and say, well, we can, it was already full. It was already full. That's my bad. I should not have even, I should have just honored the switch, right? Because we already switched them out. We put them in another class. Now, I was it feels good when people want to come. That's a great feeling. They like, no, I made it happen. What are you going to do? You're going to want to accommodate because they making changes or whatever the case may be so that they can come. Love the fact that they wanted to be there. But it really just put a heavy strain on the activities that were already mapped out for a specific number of people. And when you add more bodies to a space that's already at max capacity, it throws off the flow, it throws off the energy, and it throws off everything else. I kid you not. Y'all think I be playing when I say I cap out at a certain number. I don't care about anything else other than the energy in the room. Everyone that come on my live or everyone that's in my presence, they always talk about the energy. My energy cannot be maintained if my threshold is maxed out, right? So that was another thing. It just was over capacity. It was like, and we was talking about it. Like the day before. I was like, oh my God, like just kind of like mapping out how we was going to move things around. Baby, Renee say, just know the work behind the scenes making this class happen was real. Renee, I gotta give you props too, boo, because I didn't expect you to come and jump and help out as early as you did. You was like the epitome of freaking team player, executioner. I was like, all right, whatever you say, because you. Oh my God, it just was like that thing. So I was like, Renee was. I don't even know how we talked about you coming early because I just was expecting you on the day that I knew you were coming. But God must knew that I needed you way earlier than that because. Baby, you was such a great help to everything that was happening. I'm trying to tell you. Alicia say real. Baby, it was a lot. So that was the second thing. We was over capacity, point blank period. So now when I say we capped out, if you tell us you switching your class, you can't come back. You can't come back. We can't make no exceptions because it's just not worth it, right? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Alicia say, now the queen is saying something. That's my boo right there. Now you know we stuck like Chuck. And I gotta message you when I get off of here. I just saw something come through my phone, girl. Too many chefs in the kitchen trying to cook the same thing, but the queen got us together. Now, Alicia, let me stop playing. Renee say you just showed up. Girl, you did more than show up. I'm trying to tell you. Renee was a godsend. God put people in spaces and places that is known to be needed there. Now, like I said, we was over capacity. We were. I'm not doing that anymore. I can't. I mentioned it last class. So the last class was not the last one, but one of the ones, I think it was June. I can't remember. That over capacity, I don't care how much the building hold. It's all about the flow of the environment. I can't hold that. I don't want to hold that much. I really don't. Because when I'm pouring and when I'm serving and when I'm giving from a place I don't even recognize that I have. So when it's depleted, I just know my capacity, right? And that's the thing. You got to know your capacity. That's my capacity. I can't go over it anymore. So second thing is that we was over capacity, right? Third thing, baby, this was another one. It was so many physical limitations that changed the entire design. Guys, based on our survey, because we already do a survey, and based on the responses, it was more than 60% of the students who couldn't or wouldn't use ladders or scaffolds, right? And listen, I've been talking about this since all year, but definitely since June, right? But at the end of the day for this class, I say I get it because I didn't make it mandatory. So everybody not comfortable with heights, me included. If y'all remember when coming into my first class in January, I remember going on that ladder and on that scaffold, and I just remember trembling and shaking in my boots. I was going up maybe it was a lift, one of them, and I froze because I was that scared. And Doc knows how really scared and terrified I am of heights. And it was fun in class. Like the students thought it was funny because they didn't know. They just didn't know how scared I was. He knew, and he had to come up there and get me, child. So I get it. You're not comfortable with heights and all that. But what we do and what we're aiming for, the Baroque design, how I execute it, it is required to use these tools. I'm not even interested in doing Baroque or anything on like a short kit standard low venue with low ceilings. I'm just not, that's not interesting, right? That's not what that's all we was talking about, or I was talking about for the past couple of months, was these brackets on the wall, us doing the ceiling, like really going and doing things that we've never done. In order for me to do things I've never done or never taught, I'm going to have to instill techniques and strategies that we haven't done before. So we had a choice. I had a choice. Either put all of the work on the few students who was ready, because we had some that was, and even they were scared, but they were like, I'll do it. And you don't want to put all the burden on just a few students. That's not fair, right? And we still had some that stayed up there all day, like just, they was like, I'll do it, just because they knew it needed to be done. And instead of putting all that pressure on them like they had to do it, it was simplify the design and make the adjustments to accommodate everybody. And that is what I did, right? So I chose to adjust, and that meant minimizing the design, because the design that we had scoped out, you can't do unless you're on actual equipment. And some of the students felt like, they didn't still understand the Baroque instruction, and I got it. I saw it. When once it was told to me and explained to me, I so got it, and it made a lot of sense, right? But I never taught how to design Baroque on a small scale. If you look at any of the classes I've done, that was never what we've done. We always use scaffolds, and we always use lifts and really tall ladders, right? We don't just put it on a backdrop. That's not what I do. It's always tall heights, and that's just, I don't know, that's just my style of draping. So that was the biggest thing. Like it's a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable utilizing these equipments for this type of design. If you're looking for something more scaled down and more basic, then we have those basic classes. But for these type of workshops, it's all in. We going all in. Kimberly said, I wish I was the girl. I wish you was there too. And Kimberly, you another one. Like you another one. You full of suggestions, you full of insight, you full of creativity. So I know that would have been good energy to have there also. Renee say, you're going to this class. If you're going to this class, you really need to make sure that you are ready to work in every area of the course. It benefits you and your business. And that's the thing. I think like I say it all the time, some people think it's just about the design aspect and don't really understand how deep it is. It is. And with me, even with the feedback, knowing that some people need that step by step, that's a separate class. Like I've always said, this is an advanced class. Basic knowledge you have to have. But with the feedback, knowing they still needed more step-by-step instruction. That was definitely, that was visible. You could kind of see that. So I'm really excited to create that. I'm really excited to create that because I seen that it was needed. I really do. I do. Renee Big and Bold, come on. Scaffold, lifts, and ladders. Yes. Alicia say, minimize. It's nothing minimal about the quay. The room was absolutely amazing. So I don't know what. We really did that night, or maybe even that morning. We really did minimize that design to as far as the swags, because we couldn't have just a couple of students being on the scaffold to do all of the Baroque, and the style that we had, or I had. That's what it required. So I definitely did minimize that part, because they couldn't get to it. Baroque is definitely Baroque, baby. It is. So that was that. That was the physical limitations. And with that being said, I get it, because baby, how I feel, I have a torn rotator cuff. I have bad knees. I have a fractured spine, and I felt going up and down that scaffold the way I did. I felt all of that night, the next day, and I still feel it. So it's not a game. It is not a game. So those guys that's not willing to do that, or they know they're never going to design at that level, hey, I get it. But then this is not the class. This is not that class. We got some other things that we are creating for those type of requests or those type of desires. But this one right here, I did not go and get a studio with 24-foot ceilings to do basic draping. I didn't. I just didn't. That was when I seen it, when I see the space, when I see wall bracket, that's what I see. I see bigger vision. I see things that they're doing in other cultures. I don't want to do what everybody is doing or everybody is trying to do, right? So it's just being clear on what the class is and what the expectation is, I think is something that would help. And even on my end, being clearer or more communicating better what it is, because that is definitely something I could have did. Some people should consider our one-on-one classes for the step by step. So it's not even considering the one-on-one classes, although they some of the students I had, they of course that's going to be more enjoyable because all eyes on you, all eyes on you. So that definitely is more enjoyable. But no, a step-by-step process is fine. It's just the class got to be structured different. And I agree. If some people felt as if they still didn't get it, it's because they really need the basics. And this, I never said this was a basics class, right? But they really need that. And it makes sense. My thing is it made sense. So it just caused me rather to go back and just shape it differently so that I could include that. And how the 3-day workshops were before, there's no way I could do traditional and Baroque step-by-step training in 3 freaking days and design. It's no way. Unless I skim through some stuff, I skip over some stuff, I leave some stuff out. And I don't want to do that. So that's the thing. Being able to be in this type of class and this type of workshop and realizing what the requirements are it's a non-negotiable. It is. So when I come in February, I got to do all. Oh my God. TT, you got an email coming. Basis process. You got an email coming, sweetie. So that's the physical limitations. That was the third thing. The fourth thing was the daggone catering. Now, y'all know you cannot have an event and the food messed up and people ain't gonna talk about you. It's true. I'm laughing, but it's super true. Guys, it seemed like everything that could possibly went wrong in this class went freaking wrong. The catering fell through. The catering we were in. Alicia, Renee, y'all was there. I said, oh, the catering is done. I said, the orders are in for the whole 3 days. It'll be here 11:30. In my mind, it was good. Everything was good, right? The catering that I arranged did not show up. All I know is I am in class. I am literally in class. It's like 30 minutes before freaking lunch. This is all happening in real time during the lunch hour. I receive a text that says, my order was never processed, so they're going to be canceling my order. And I'm like, oh, this must be an error. I'm like, the hell are they talking about? I'm like, I know they ain't talking about me. They ain't talking about me. So I'm going through all this in my head and I'm trying to save face because I am in the middle of freaking instruction. So I got this at approximately, like I said, 11:30 while I'm teaching, while I'm on the floor. So I had to leave the room. I left the room, told the ladies I'll be back. And I didn't even really say what was going on because I needed my co-instructors to just maintain the room while I handle the situation so I could figure out what's going on. So I'm out there and it took me all of like 5 minutes to figure out I'm talking to damn AI. I ain't even talking to a person. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out what just happened. And then the AI... Baby, that was great hang up, I swear to God. And then the AI Lord chat thing was like, I something like, I see you haven't responded, so I'm going to close this out. I was like, oh my goodness. So in the meantime, in between time, I had to pivot. And I had to pivot really freaking fast and order something that would have delivered really fast so that we could kind of keep the class moving, right? So that's how we ended up with pizza. If you've been in my class, I don't even eat damn pizza. If you've been in my classes, we've never ordered no pizza. Although I've been to classes that had pizza. I have. But we've never ordered pizza. I don't even order that. But I had to order something that was going to keep the class moving. Now we was going into a weekend. So at that point, because he's trying to accommodate me, lunch is already delayed like over an hour because he's just getting this new ticket that he got to feed 20 people. So he's trying to accommodate me. He's like, I'm gonna get you there. I'm like, whoop-de-woo. And I'm like, all right, well, in case something go wrong, can you set me up an order for tomorrow? I think I'm making a daggone contingency plan. So he like, yeah, I got you. So long story short, that was the order for the 2 days. On the third day, it was a catered meal. That's what it was. But I guess I don't know. People don't like pizza. I don't eat pizza, so I kind of get it. But that was the situation I was in 30 minutes before lunchtime, and they telling me I ain't got no food coming. That was the dilemma. And he hooked me up. I looked at it as he hooked me up because he kind of heard from the frustration in my voice, what was happening. And he was like, I got you. All right. So I did express that it was something happening with the lunch. I didn't go into great detail because I didn't. Main thing is I need you to eat, not worry about why the food didn't show up. I could deal with that on Monday, right? That was my thing. Piece of the backup plan. I couldn't think of anything else, Kimberly. I was like, what do you got that you can make real quick and get it here fast? Renee, it was AI, baby. I'm trying. When it said we about to close this conversation, because I said, look at this. And then they kept on texting me talking about it's on its way. It was just super crazy, y'all. It just was super crazy. Exactly. Leave it up to Doc. Lisa say we usually have delicious sandwiches. Yeah. And he's the one that normally handles all that. And I got veggie pizza. So the veggie pizza was there. I had veggie pizza for those that didn't eat meat or whatever it was. I tried to still be accommodating, but for whatever reason, people don't eat that. And I get it. But again, we're in the midst of chaos. And that was the way that I finagled it. Don't know what else. If y'all throw me it's 30 minutes before lunch now. Y'all throw me what would you have done? Tell me, what would you have done? I need to know, because I'm trying to tell you, this ain't only a situation or a platform where I'm just teaching y'all. Sometimes y'all got to teach me, baby. I'm trying to tell you, because y'all know what this felt like? This felt like, like you hosting Thanksgiving dinner. Y'all know I'm not a foodie. For some of you guys, y'all know I'm not a foodie. Food is not a big deal to me. I just feel like I got to eat to live. I need some energy. I need some food. I'm not you got them people like the potato salad. Like who made the potato salad? That ain't me. I'm just not a foodie. I don't know. I'm more of an ambiance person. I ain't foodie. But this felt like you hosting a Thanksgiving dinner, right? And the turkey ain't cooked right, or it's either burnt or raw. Half your family show up late. Your muffins burnt. This is what that felt. Oh, Chinese food. Oh no, Kim. Oh God. Not the Chinese food. Somebody would have paid for that. Oh my, this was a private caterer, Kim, but for whatever reason, it didn't show up. And the young lady who came on Sunday, she gave me she screenshotted me a different number and said, call them directly. I don't know. Alicia, I wish you told me that day. Oh my God. So the thing is, you don't plan for any of this, right? You don't plan for any of this, but you still got to host. When things happen, you don't plan for any of it, but you still got to host. So what do? You pivot, right? You make it work. You still got to smile through it, even though you stress the heck out. That was me the entire weekend. I kid you not. By the time Sunday came, I was over it. It just was like, all right, it was kind of one of them things like a that's what you get kind of thing. I normally don't even work in December. I normally don't do no class. I don't do any of that. This was my end of the year. I don't know, but it was like that's what you get, man, and the boo boo. That's what it felt like. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, Renee, that's a different kind of food. Like that was good though. What you got me, Gusto's. That was good. Popeyes, Subway, all that sound the same, Betty Ann. All that sound Popeyes, Subway, all of that. I don't know. All that kind of sound like the same chain of food. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just want to know whoever had, because I know I ain't by myself. I can't be by myself. Whoever had a plan. I mean, you planned this thing out and it fell apart in real time and you had to figure some stuff out on the fly. I want you to just drop a 1. And if it ain't never happened, just put a 5. If it never happened to you, put a 5. No, Kim, get off the line. She said Jamaican. Oh my God. And Regina, sometimes we did Subway. I like Subway, but it was like last minute. I had the man on the phone. I asked him, what can he do? Like real fast. What can he do real fast? She said the class was everything for me and learned so much. The Lord knew that girl, yes. So the Lord knew we needed you to do this December. Girl, the way it ended, man, child. We ain't even gonna get into that. But I gotta give context, right? I gotta give context and be super transparent. And what the heck was happening behind the scenes? That's like the major stuff that really impacted everything that went wrong. That was like the major stuff that I couldn't wave a magic wand. I know I joke a lot and say I'm Superwoman because I be thinking I am. I ain't gonna lie, I do sometimes. But I couldn't fix none of that. I couldn't fix any of that. And the main thing that I took from it was what I could have done better, right? It's always a scenario of what you could have done better. I don't care what happened. I don't care if the things beyond your control. There's always something you could have done better. And so in me thinking about it, I was like, first of all, the one thing I could have did was communicate it, right? I could have had better communication. When the fabric didn't arrive and we had to change the design and do all this and all of this stuff, when the catering fell through, I probably should have, not probably, I could have been more intentional about resetting the expectations in the moment. That way they would have knew what was going on. I could have really communicated more clearly, right, about the adjustments that I was making in real time. And really thinking about it now, I should have paused like I normally do, because this is what I normally do when I ain't got all of the answers, child. That's what I do. I could have paused and reset the expectations to the group in that moment so they could have had some context of why what was happening was happening. At the end of the day, transparency, I don't care what nobody say, transparency would have served everyone in that situation better. And maybe they'd had some ideas, child. I don't know. I don't. Um, Oh my gosh, you said decorate a sight unseen. Okay, thank you for the ones. Cause I was like, and I forgot. And I got to talk to these perfect people. I forgot I got to talk to these perfect people, baby. But thank y'all for the ones. I'm trying to tell you. So that was one of the biggest things. I'm really big on communication now because I haven't always been. And the reason why, I know one of the reasons why I'm not really good at communication because I'm a fixer. I never, who I'm gonna communicate to. There's nobody that the hold me accountable to. It's like, I'm gonna fix it. I got to do it. So what we talking about? Let me just do it. And that attitude at the end of the day, realistically, is just, you can't have that attitude. But that's kind of how I jump in and solve problems. It's like, I just take it hands on and I just want to get it fixed. But when you have other people in the midst of it, communication is always going to be the best. I'm trying to tell you, when I do communicate, even right now, communicating right now, because I don't even think I talked about it. I just, because I had to go back to work, child. I had to go back to work and fill all these damn orders. I had to go back to work. I had to digress with the team. I had so much to catch up on. It's like I felt like I didn't have a moment to even take in what was happening, because soon as I left the studio, I could get a couple hours of sleep. And I thought I was going to chill on Sunday, but I'm thinking about these damn 84 and 89 orders. I jumped straight up 5 o'clock in the morning, go straight to the studio. So on my ride home today, like literally in traffic, of course, was like one of the times I really could just think about and internalize what it was. And even when I was talking to some of the students, like me and some of the students, we talked, and I was like, wow, just the communication part is just what makes things easier, and it helps you look at things from a different perspective. And I think that's one thing I love about being versatile, is just being able to see things from another perspective. Renee say, I saw that real time. Previous, we got this. Precious, we got this. Go do your thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, you did, Renee. And that's why I said you are like the team player for me, because you kept saying, go do that. Go do that. You ain't got to do that. I'm just so used to doing everything. And that's definitely not a good way to be, but I'm just used to it. That has always been my role in almost everybody's life. So that's why you was like, go do this, go do that, go sit down, or you go do that part that can't nobody do. I'm like, oh, I'm just not used to that. So it was good. And that's one thing that Doc is like good analyzing what type of people work great with me. You definitely will be one of those people. Definitely one of those people. Alicia say, love your transparency. It's so necessary. Yes, girl. I don't know nothing else. I ain't about to sit here and be like, oh my God, we had the perfect time. Bye. Although we did. I'm trying to tell you, woo, I needed, it was a lot of moments happening that weekend that I really, even today, it was a lot happening that I needed. Even someone sending me, you sent me something that happened. I was like, wow, thank you. I needed that. Alicia, I saw your notification come through. I was like, oh, that's my boo. It's just different things. People came to the studio yesterday. I'm in there working. I'm in there slaving, shipping stuff. I had my girl Khadija came in and helped me before, and she came in and helped me and took fabric down. Now she got to go back to New York. She coming in and helping me. Like, it's just certain things that, like, you want to know what? You still that girl. So this was just what that was. I never mind being transparent. And one of the main reasons is, such as a Alicia or Alicia or a Renee or a Tanya or whoever is coming behind me. I've been doing this for a long time. 8 years. And all of them have not been perfect, but I've always been transparent. And you guys got to know what it's going to look like when you F up too, because it will happen. There is no proven track record that's freaking perfect. It's not. These are the things that make you human. These are the things that make, when people look at you, it humanizes what you do. And it also provides hope where they don't got to measure up to be perfect, because I damn sure ain't. But I'm going to give it all I got every single day. I get up and I give it 110%, even the days I ain't got it. So that's what this is all about. Oh my God. I'm going to kill y'all. I am going to kill y'all. Alicia, what you do, girl? I showed up to decorate an anniversary dinner, and my client bought this she bought this Amazon stuff that was a whole different color and about to have me curse or Jesus Day. Girl, I had that too. She can be hard-headed at times. I can. Renee, we still love laughing. Girl, we did. I'm trying to tell you. Sean to say it's good to hear the things that didn't go as planned behind the scenes, because it happens on virtually every event setup. And you want to know what, Sean? For me, girl, it don't, like, this was one. That's why I said it felt like I was being punked. I was like, all right, where the TV crew at? Where y'all at? Because this, I know I'm getting punked. I'm trying to tell you. Say it again, Cheryl. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the true precious. And that's all I got. Ruth, at the end of the day, I have to look at things, analyze things. And the only answers I can come up with is, what could I have done differently? I can't control other people. I can't control what they say. I can't control how they, I can't control none of that. And I ain't even going to try. But what I can do is own my own stuff. And that is what this is about, right? Now, that was one thing I could have did. Girl, you better say it. She said, you aren't being punked, you were being tested. 2026 is your level up. Skills just got better. Girl, everything did. The follow-up is it is. So we do what Precious say. Girl, y'all don't, I ain't gonna read no more of these comments, because y'all already know it's about to happen. Y'all know I mean, y'all know I'm an emotional thug. I cry all the time. But this was just that test. And I was like, really? I thought I was going to get out of 2025 as a breeze, but it's okay. Because the main thing is I got lessons out of this. I did. And not only that, I also got deeper connections with the genuine people that were in that room, right? I'm trying to tell you, it's something about having favor, and it's something about it's just something about something. I'm gonna let that go. Renee say, get the tissues. Girl. I still love the outcome. The outcome is still up. I still love it. It's a couple things that I couldn't do, just because we just couldn't do it. And I still look at it in complete amazement. Everybody walked past our door today like, oh my God, like they was in a freaking museum. I kid you not. So overall, I'm proud of still even being able to execute something. I just know the experience could have been better. And that's just me owning that. Not only could I have communicated better, but guys, at the end of the day, I could have structured the Baroque instruction more step by step. Once we had the pivot, or once I had the pivot and really minimize the design, I could have structured that part more, because that was one thing I can honestly say in unison that people felt as if they needed more of that. I was more geared to just trying to make something out of something, child. I was, and I was more or less like teaching on a whim, because that's not normally how I run my classes. You guys know that it's hands on, because you're freaking hands on. It felt like I had to do all of that stuff in the class, and I'm like, this ain't no look and learn. This ain't that. This ain't that. So the step-by-step instruction I definitely see was needed, and I felt that, and I heard that. Even with the limitations that we face, right? I could have broken it down more clearly so everybody kind of left feeling like they knew what they were doing. And being like kind of in that, this is what it got to be. This is the only way I can think of to fix it now. I was more focused on being able to complete a look. And it should have been the opposite, like really with the instruction part. But I think the main thing was that whole kit thing. I don't drape on kits, right? And I think with that being the expectation, and it made sense though, because these guys don't drape on walls, and that's fine. But these is how these classes are structured. That is where we're going in 2026, right? This is what this class is designed to be. This is taking you out of, that realm of doing what everyone else is doing, which is why moving forward, I have to emphasize this is not no regular class. It is an advanced level class. And with this experience, it opened up opportunities where we can cover Baroque in great detail, but not in this class. The time just don't allow for it. I'm not going to lie. So that was one thing, right? Being able to really structure the Baroque instruction more step by step with that day 2 thing. That was one thing I definitely could have did. And it warranted me to want to create something specifically just for that. And I'm going to kind of tell you guys how I'm changing that around. And it's one more thing. I got to say this because it did come to me. And guys, it'd be a lot of moving pieces, right? I had missed, and I always try and make sure everybody feel included. That's just who I am. I one band, one sound. That's how I am. And so it was one small oversight I didn't know till well after we were in class. It was someone asked for a specific size, and I guess it was left on a note or wherever it was left. I didn't see it. I didn't catch it, and my team didn't catch it, right? And it really how it was an oversight. We didn't catch it. But what that did is kind of leave a person to feel excluded. And I totally get that. But that was definitely nothing intended. I own that. We make all of our merch ourselves, right? So if that was something I seen, I clearly could have accommodated that with no problem. I missed it. And that was something I wanted to address publicly, because that's just something we missed. I missed it and they missed it, right? And like I said, if that's something we ever know, I always try to accommodate anyone that I can. Something like that, we easily could have did right there on the fly. I didn't know it. I didn't know it until we were in class. Come on, what? Push through and be proud of the progress. That part, like so many people things happen, right? But so many of us, we so hard on ourselves, and I could have said, and I don't know, could have did what the average person do. I don't know. I ain't gonna do all that. I'm gonna look at the lesson. I'm gonna look at what I could have did. I'm gonna look at what can I change, and I'm only going to be geared to the future. Like, what can I do to build a better future? I can't get Saturday back. I can't get Friday back. However, how can I make the situation right? And how can we move forward in a way that it never happened again? That's my thing. I don't mind failing. I don't mind screwing something up. I don't mind fucking up. But I do mind doing it again. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do. That part right there, that like, what? Come on now. We're doing this again? So I'm trying to tell you, that part right there was another thing I dropped the ball on. And then this was the biggest one. I'm not gonna lie, but this was the biggest one. And you don't really realize the impact, because you don't really realize the impact till you're in it. And that's the fact that I didn't have a dedicated, qualified team member running the show like I normally do. My team is normally there, my physical team, not my admin team. Now, my admin team, hands down, is amazing. But they ain't here. They ain't in the class with me. So not having that is where I really felt the void. And that's where I really felt the pressure. In every other workshop I've done, I've had someone managing the flow. I've had them keeping us on schedule. I had them handling logistics. I had them troubleshooting all of the issues so that I could focus on teaching. That has always been the case. And here in this time, I didn't have that. So it made a big impact on the quality of the just the instruction, right? Because I was all over the place. This time my team wasn't able to make it, right? And I found this out again late in the game. So what did that mean for me? That mean I was trying to teach, I was managing the room, I was handling last minute problems, and I was trying to keep everything on track all at the same freaking time. And you don't realize how much of a toll that takes on your mental, your physical, your social, everything. I'm trying to tell you. And the main thing you got to realize that is not sustainable. And it showed. It showed. I'm trying to tell you. Shanae, that was one of the first things I said. We was over capacity. We were. I have my set number, but I told the reason why we were over capacity. Thank you, Glenda. I appreciate you. So that's like the thing. Renee say, thank you for showing up. I knew you would. Thank you for showing up as I knew you would tonight. Girl, I didn't know that. I was tired. I'm trying to tell you, but I'm tired. You have reinforced what precious the woman behind the business is. I respect you, Queen. Oh, thank you, girl. At the end of the day, I ain't perfect. I don't do all things right, but I do own my stuff. I do hold myself accountable before I allow anyone else to try and do it for me, right? And that's really what being grown is all about. And not only that, but even facing, I tell you all the time, like face your fears or face your stuff yourself. So some don't allow this energy to hold it over you. Like release that baby, say whatever it is you need to say, get it out. And this is for me because I'm tired. I was going to I'll do it next week. Nah, like this needs to be addressed now. So at the end of the day, moving forward, guys, all of these things that I'm saying, these are non-negotiables. Why? Because it threatens the quality of the class. I have never had that. Even when things go wrong, it's just I've never had all these go wrong ever in my whole 8 years of teaching ever. So you just look at the gaps or you look at the loopholes and I just start thinking like, well, why did this happen? Why did that happen? And at the end of the day, the only thing I could control is what I could have done different. That's it. What I could have done different. So main things, I need someone running the operations, Renee, so that I could focus on what I do best. And that's pouring into you guys and making sure you're getting the instruction that you came for. I got to shout you out, Renee, because the way you came in, it was just on a whim. You flew in from Arizona. Yeah, you in mentorship. You in Raising the Bar mentorship, and you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to come early and donate me two of your days like that. Not just donate me, you, but even Mr. Elijah. We needed that muscle, girl. Lord, we needed that muscle. But that's what it's like, right? Really being able to do what it is that I do best. I tell you guys all the time, you are the talent. Focus on being a talent. When you go dibbling and dabbling in other areas that you ain't even supposed to be running and operating anyway, that's when things go array, right? So I definitely, Renee, I got to say thank you. Also, Alicia and Tanya, right? Them two being my co-instructors. Times I had to leave and navigate some craziness, right? Being able to just comfortably leave while I go handle that and they still being able to maintain the group. That is, again, I want to thank them for being able to do that. Come on, Kim, say it again. Release the fear of the unknown. We got God on outside. What? Sean to say, and that's why we love you and love learning from you. Girl, Sean, I love you with my whole heart. Renee say, don't allow other people to tell your story. They could, you got people, don't allow them. That's the right thing to say. Because people could try, right? People could try, but at the end of the day, own your stuff. Own your stuff. Nobody is never going to come to me like, Precious, you did. I'm like, I did. I did. Okay. Oh, that's what it's about. I really, really, really want you guys to understand that at the end of the day, this wasn't up to my standard either. This wasn't the Posh standard that I always talk about. I ain't going to lie. I don't do classes to fill seats. I've never done that. If I did, I could easily just open it up because we have the space to host 40, 50 people. I've never done that, right? I don't show up to just check a box. Although I like checking boxes, but they task like email check, check. Bill paid, check. I like checking them kind of boxes. Guys, I need you guys to really know and understand that I show up because I care about y'all growth. I care about y'all growth. If y'all not in this industry and helping shape it, shift it, and elevate it, then what's the point? There's no sense in me sitting down here or up here, wherever, to the rooftop screaming of the things that I scream if collectively we're not making a difference and we're not making change. I care about the experience. Anyone that's ever in my atmosphere can feel that. They can always feel that, right? I care about people leaving confident and capable, because at the end of the day, you may think it's some damn swags. It's not. You're leaving with confidence. And when you don't have that, I failed. So that's one of the biggest things I always tell you guys I sell is confidence, right? You just have to think it's wrapped up in some daggone fabric, but it's not. This weekend, guys, the experience, being totally honest, did not match what I wanted to deliver. And it's not because I didn't care, but it's because things beyond my control, guess what? It collided with the things that I could have handled better, period. There's nothing else to say but that. Things I could have handled better was right there with stuff that was beyond my control. And it was a hell of a lesson. But that's real. That is so real. So that's the first thing. I ain't done. Lord. Alicia, what you talking about, girl? Tribe, also know that she showed up and accommodated us, all of us, from our scariness, from our scariness to our old bones to our anxiety. Although some things happened, she supported each and every one of us. And that part, I definitely did. Yeah, I was right there. I was right. And Mama Don, don't come in here with, what are you talking about? Baby, the way this lady preached for me, and I was trying to make it through this class, y'all. That's why I'm telling y'all I'm an emotional thug. I am. I was trying to make it through this class, just get through the class. And the way this lady came, Mama Donna, and prayed for me in that hallway, y'all, I was out there doing the ugly cry. It was a lot of tears in that daggone class, especially on Sunday. It was a lot going on. But the way I just, because I felt all of the anointing, and it was at the most perfect time. So I got to tell you, Mama Donna, thank you. She was like, I came here to get what you do great, and you don't know that this is what I'm leaving you with and what I'm great. I say, oh, shucks now. Oh my God. I'm like, oh, shucks now. I'm trying to tell you, it was really amazing. It was. And I think that that's just the anatomy of what happens in my rooms anyway, right? That's just, whoo, Lord. That's just what happens. Wait a minute, let me see. Renee, I am, girl. I'm an emotional thug. I am. I swear to God. All right, here go the second thing. This is the second thing, right? Because this is the business lesson, and this is the one I really had to kind of really sit and think. And sometimes that's why I hate driving. But when I am in a flow of thought and analytical and need to think, I love driving. So I ain't fussing too bad tonight. Little traffic. It normally take me 15, 20 minutes to get home. It took me 45. And I probably needed all 45 of them to come up with, to filter through my feelings. I ain't gonna lie. But this is the second thing. This is the best. This is the business lesson, because I need y'all to hear this, right? And I really, 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 baby, I really, 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 really need you guys to hear this. And this is about knowing your worth and the energy that it attracts. I'm gonna say it again. This is about knowing your worth and the energy it attracts. I'm trying to tell you, this is something I know better. Y'all know how y'all know better, but I don't know. Y'all know better, but I don't know. You be acting like you don't. This is something I relearned this weekend, guys. And that is that the price you set, and I really need you guys, this is for y'all. The price you set don't just determine what you make, right? The price you set determines who show up. I'm going to say it again. The price you set do not determine what you make. It determines who show up, who ends up in the room. And this is not about shade. This ain't about none of that. I'm saying this because it's definitely a lesson. And it's one I had to learn all over again. I want you guys to, we're going into a new season, a new segment, a new year, a new level, a new devil, a new whatever you want to call it, but let it be new. Being super real with you guys right now. This class, I don't even know when we did it. It was crazy. The class sold out in like 2 days. Offered a discount. 80% of the class sold out in 2 days. And the main thing is I did that with good intentions. I always do things like that with good intentions. I just do, because there's so many people I talk to, and I love giving opportunities when I can, because I think that that's what I'm supposed to do, right? And I wanted to make what I do accessible for people that, for whatever the reason, I wanted to make it accessible because I could, right? I wanted more people to have the opportunity to be in the room and just really feel the atmosphere and feel the dynamics that happen in such an environment. But here's what I did not fully consider. I didn't. And I know better. Sometimes, guys, when you lower your price, and I tell y'all this all the time, when you lower your price, guys, you're not just changing the number on your price. You change the expectation. You're changing the investment level. And sometimes, whether y'all believe it or not, you're changing the energy. Some of them students came to learn. Some of them came ready to grow. Some of them came ready to pour in. And I'm so grateful for everybody that came for whatever reason. But to be honest, guys, everybody they ain't come with the same energy. Some people came ready to receive, and other people came looking to extract. And that shift, that the entire energy, that shift in the energy, guys, it reminds me why pricing isn't just about the number. It's about who it attracts. I'm trying to tell you, this was a major eye opener, because this is exactly the opposite of what my classes are. And it instilled knowing that we don't need to discount the amazing service we provide. We don't need to tarnish the integrity of a reputable brand that I've built over 8 years. That's not needed, right? So I need you guys to hear me. You're going into a new season. Some of you guys I spoke to personally on this very same thing. We're going into a different season. Your business is about to hit a level of elevation that you've never experienced, including mine. And when people are shopping for clearance, when people are bargain shopping, and when Alicia, what you call the people? You didn't change my whole term around, baby. What you call the people? You want to know what they do when that's happening? They instantly are looking for what's wrong. They instantly start looking for what's missing. And they instantly start looking for what can they get for less. And I'm just trying to tell you, at the end of the day, not everybody, but it's enough of that. If you have enough of that, it'll change the entire energy in the room. It would. Mama Don, because I'm an energy person. A lot of people told me they could feel it. Because I can't hold that kind of stuff. I can't. I don't know what to do. I'm be sitting there looking like Humpty Dumpty on the wall trying to fake it, and I just can't do that. I want you guys to drop a money bag and be super honest. Drop a money bag if you've ever lowered your price for whatever reason. Whether if that was you wanted to have a charitable moment, you wanted to attract more clients, if you wanted to increase some revenue real quick. But drop a money bag emoji if you ever lowered your price for whatever reason you did, and you ended up attracting the wrong clients. I know. Okay, I used to do this all the time. Boy, I used to do this all the time. I would go home slamming all this stuff off my damn desk like I quit. And then I pick it back up. Like, I'm playing, Lord. I'm playing with me. I'm playing. I didn't mean to say that. I'm grateful for it all. I swear. I'm grateful for it all. I swear. I swear to God, I'm grateful for it all, Lord. No, come on now. I was just joking. Okay, I couldn't be by myself. Shanae say, it was on your face, baby, because it happens, right? And the main thing is I know better. Tip, where you been at, girl? The number is about who you attract. You always looking at self first and reflecting, taking ownership, and then helping us to apply that same reflection on our businesses. Much respect. I love you, Tiff, girl. That's all I know. I could sit here and finger point, and I could do all the dumb stuff that don't really matter. And at the end of the day, I can only control my portion of the experience. That's it. And I will be a fool to not take accountability. And I couldn't do that. I just can't do that. I just Kelsey, where you been at, girl? She said I never lowered my price, but I threw in some free props. So Deirdre, however you word it, you throwing in some free props, that's lowering your price. Because if the props had a certain value, dollar, monetary amount, and you gave them away for free, overall, you did lower your price. So whatever it is, point is receiving less than you know that you are worth. For whatever the reason is, point is it's done, right? And we do it. And I really need you guys to understand what you're inviting into your space. Now, my studios, that's my sanctuary now. That's my sanctuary. I'm trying to tell you, that's like it's my zenful space. So I had to like go and get my judge back in there because I just couldn't believe what was happening that happened, right? This is what I want you guys to be able to listen to everything I said tonight. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm catching the cold. I don't know because it was freezing in there. This is one thing I want you guys to take from everything that I said and sharing these experiences. Main thing, when things don't go as planned in your business, you guys got to know some top things that you must do. No matter what, no matter how frustrated you are, and there was some things happening. It wasn't even my stuff. And I had to talk some other people off the ledge. Like, look, at the end of the day, this is what you do. First thing, you always own your shit. Pardon my language, pardon my French, but I don't know no other way to say it. Own it. I don't care if it was your fault or not. I don't care if the vendor dropped the ball. I don't care if the client changed their mind. I don't care if something fell through at the last minute. I don't care if they stepped on your daggone toe. If it happened on your watch, own it. That's the easiest way to get to. You can't get to without going through. Own it. You don't make excuses. You don't point fingers. You don't hide. You stand up and you say, here's what happened, and here's what I'm going to do about it. That's it. Talk about building credibility. That's it. I'm trying to tell you, clients don't care. Students, mentees, they don't care about whose fault it was. You want to know what they care about? And this is one of the things I only care about when people do stuff wrong. I only care about how you going to make it right. How you going to make it right? What you going to do? You know what I'm saying? How you going to make it right? So that's the first thing. Own your stuff. Second thing I need y'all to do, explain what happened. I'm not in that era. I know some of you guys may be. I ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. If you hurt somebody, yes, you do. You owe them that much. And explain it without making excuses. I made a post about similar to this the other day. Well, I didn't know it was going to be me doing the dumb stuff. I didn't know it was, I'm talking about other people. Why you do this and then you apologize, but you say a but and you say that. No, don't make no excuses. Explain what happened. People at least deserve that. There's a difference, a big difference, a major difference between explaining and excusing. This is the easiest way to bruise people. Our fabric ain't come. Explaining is stating what the hell happened. The fabric didn't arrive, so we had to pivot the design. Excusing is, well, y'all know the vendor messed up, man. They ain't nothing I could do about it. Who the hell want to hear that? I just tried to tell you. On one hand, that's taking responsibility. That's the least you could do. The other hand, you're trying to deflect it. You're trying to throw it over in another court. There's nothing wrong about giving context. I love context because it helps people make their own determination, right? Be transparent. But you want to use it as a reason. You don't want to use it as a reason to avoid being held accountable. You don't want to use it as a reason to, oh, it ain't my fault. Keep your hands clean. No, come on now. That's played out. Who do that? The third thing I want y'all to realize what you need to do is make it right. Figure out what you can do to fix it. Because if y'all know me, I think, and I still think, every freaking thing is figure outable. I do. Everything is figure outable. You got to figure out what could you do, something that shows you actually care about their experience and their success. You guys have people supporting y'all, um, relying on your business for these are major transformations or life experiences or whatever it is however you serve these people. It's some major stuff, right? Give them something. Figure out what can be done to fix it. Because doing nothing and just saying sorry, y'all, that don't cut it. That don't cut it. I know that just don't cut it. You really got to back it up with some kind of action. I run around, I talk about action taking all the time because that's exactly what the heck I am. I've always been an action taker. I've always been able to correct my wrongs because that is what makes me the stand-up person who I am and who I stand before you guys. That is the person that y'all respect and y'all love and y'all adore. Because that's what you've seen me do. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Fourth thing. Y'all definitely got to learn from this, y'all. You got to learn from this and you got to change whatever process or whatever system or whatever was broke. You got to change it. And this is the part that a lot of people skip and it's sad. You know, they'll go ahead and apologize because some people, they'll just do it just because it's easy to do. All right, I got that out of the way. I got that, and they move on. And guess what happened? The same thing happened again. I'm trying to tell you guys, I say it all the time. I don't mind screwing up one time. I don't mind a person doing me wrong. The point is, this ain't going to happen again. That whole a fool on me, what they say? Shame on me? Fool? I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That whole one time, I'm good. But if it happened again, no. So the main thing is you got to change your systems. If you guys are familiar with me, you know I will change something on demand if I feel that it's necessary. If you don't know me, then know that I will change something on demand when I feel that it is necessary. You can't just fix it for this one scenario or this one person or this one client or this one experience. Guys, you got to fix the entire freaking system so that it don't happen to the next one. For me, it's updating the communication, improving our processes, tightening the standards, and really just protecting the business side, period, from repeating the same mistakes. That is how you build a business that lasts. I make mistakes often because I'm learning. Y'all, I'm learning too. I'm learning as I go. I am. But when things happen, I'm always putting things in play again so it don't happen again. I don't care if it go down to my team. I'll put an infrastructure in place so it don't happen again. If it's one of my students, I'll put something in place so it don't happen again. I'm trying to tell you, this is going to be one of the most critical things that you can adapt into your cycle of how you handle things. It is. Because guess what? People will forgive a lot. They will. Because we humans, we humans. I know all the little thugs down there. Y'all think, oh, nah, not me. I ain't forgiving. Yes, you is. You human. Yes, you is. That's what they do, right? They'll forgive things going wrong. They'll forgive you stepped on their toe. They'll forgive you being late. They'll forgive the challenge. They'll forgive all that. But guess what they won't forgive? And this is what makes things hard. This is one of the things that I take personal. They will not forgive you sitting there pretending that it didn't happen. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Do not sit there and act like that didn't just happen. Do not sit there and make me try and make me feel crazy because this is a result of how I feel as a result of what you did. I'm trying to tell you, guys, this is the deal breaker right here. They won't forgive excuses. That's like one of the worst things you could do. And they won't forget you. They won't forget you not caring. I tell my mentees, I tell my instructors, at the end of the day, people will always remember how you made them feel. And honestly, that's all that matters. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my God. Yes, Alicia. And I love it too. I love it. Thank you, Sean. I needed that. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I knew I was somewhere around the ballpark. Thank you. I appreciate you, girl. But guys, one thing I want y'all to understand, your reputation. People think I'll be joking when I say that's all I got. They be like, I love your energy. I love you, boo-boo. That's you. And I'm like, that's all I got. Because it's very true. My reputation is built on how I handle the mess. Your reputation will be built on how you handle the mess, not just how you show up when everything going good. You sitting on the Eiffel Tower and you just, you doing you what they call them? You smoking your Pall Malls or your let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. But I'm really not though, but I am. But that is not the part, right? That's everybody think that's what your reputation is built on. It ain't. Because for the most part, the real people, they know that that's just a show. They know that you are just posting who you post to be. The real reputation, what you are built on, your core values, your belief system, is how you handle these moments. So all I need you guys to do, like I am doing, own it, fix it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, that is what separates true professionals. I'm true professionals from the people who quit when things get hard, or for the people that want to throw the towel in, or for the people that want to hide. What you hiding from? Wait a minute. Why that sound familiar? What the heck is Benson and Hedges? Why? Wait a minute. Is this? That is so crazy. What is that? Is that a cigarette? Yes, Paul Malls, Alicia. Why do Benson and Hedges sound so familiar? I have no idea. Was that the brown pack? Baby, I don't smoke. I never smoked a day in my life, but I've been around some smoking folk. I'll try to tell you. Main thing, guys, I want you guys to really take key and learn from my mistakes. This is one of the biggest reasons why I tell you guys and I give context, right? Because I don't have to. I only owe it to the people that were in that room, but I do it because there's so many people that watch me, so many people that are influenced by me, and I want you to be influenced in the right way. I want you to learn and how to adapt and apply principle to things that you guys are doing in the future and how you're running your business, especially if you're delivering services, guys. I think the service has been removed out of the service-based industry. And so many people are just focused on, I could do this, I could show you this. Well, where's the service, girl? Oh, Lord. Yes, ma'am. Ms. Donna said, yes, they will navigate some difficult situations. I'm trying to tell you. This is what this was all about. So that's the second lesson, right? It's really just own it. Just own it. I want to ask some of you guys, be super honest right now. Because here's the thing. Did you get anything out of what I said today? Anything at all under the sound of my voice? Did you get anything out of what I said today? If you did, drop a 1. If you didn't, drop a 8. I'm going to think the 8s is, I'm like, what the 8s for? I'm going to know. And just be honest. Just be honest. Somebody might be like, what the hell is she talking about? Oh, I don't know. But if you got anything at all, come on, Ruth. It seems like I have not talked to you in so long, Ruth, because I missed last week, girl. Oh my God, we did that. So this is one thing I want to fill you guys in on to kind of let you know what's going to be changing. And I'm doing some not only, well, we having our sales pages and everything updated as we speak. That's been going on for about a week now. So all of the information that's needed and necessary will definitely be on the website, on the sales pages. So to prevent any kind of clarity, a lack of clarity. But what's changing for future workshops and for you, right? The things that are changing is, this is the part that matters most, right? Because I don't want to just acknowledge what went wrong, right? That went wrong. It happened. I can't get that time back. I really want to tell you guys, what am I going to do about it? How can I make things better? And how is this maybe affecting some of you guys? First thing is definitely. Number one is stricter capacity limits. I mean, stricter. Ain't no last minute additions. Ain't none of that. When the class is full, it's full. If you happen to change out of a class or whatever happened, life be lifing, you cannot come back to that class. Once the change is created, can't come back to that class. I'm also not adding seats just because someone changes their mind, right? This is one of the biggest things that always disrupt the flow of class, because you got more people, you got more personalities. And the way I serve, at the depth that I serve, I can't handle more than anything beyond my number. That's my number. Like, even when it comes to money, I tell y'all, you should have your number. Well, when it comes to my schoolroom, I have my number, right? And I am already geared up for that number. So Ain't no more extra tickets. I just can't do it. No matter how many times I be wanting to help you guys, because y'all be like, oh man, I just missed it. I can't get it. I be like, well, I can get you in there. No, don't think I'm being mean. Just know this is the best decision for you and for me. Okay. Second thing, clear communication about physical requirements. If the class requires ladders, scaffolds, or physical work, that's going to be communicated up front, and not just communicated because these were communicated to, but it's really going to be like something you must agree to before you can even join that class, before you can even enroll in that class. You have to be super clear on what this looks like. These scaffolds are not 10 feet. These are 18 feet high, right? This is different. It's different. If you know that is a limitation for you, check out one of the other classes. Just check out another class because this class ain't for you. This is going to be a non-negotiable because it's jeopardizing the entire design. And it's just like, why go through all that work if you really can't pull off what the scope was desired to pull off? So we'll have other classes for those that can't do that because, a lot of people do Baroque at regular heights or just, regular, and that's fine. But for these scale of classes, they have to be, that's the requirement. So we're going to create some of the not necessarily beginner friendly, but just doesn't require all of that. Yeah. So we have a disclaimer, Shonda, but for this class, because I didn't incorporate it before this class, I didn't make them do it. That wasn't fair. I wasn't going to make them do it because that was something that we decided, I decided after I forgot what class that was. After that class, I was like, so this class was already full, so I couldn't do it this one. But moving forward, they have already signed their disclaimers, and that's just how it's going to be. Another thing we're doing, and I thought this was like very necessary, even though the traditional class is amazing, it is. That class, we've mastered it. It's amazing. There's so much value in that class because I was able to build a curriculum that covers everything you kind of need to know when it comes to traditional. We are not pairing this with Baroque anymore. We just can't, because the 3 days, realistically, to build that training out the way it needs to be, it needs all 3 days. So traditional draping is going to have its own dedicated class, right? In my mind, I was trying to give people and students the benefit of both worlds, right? While they're there, because most of my students are traveling and I wanted you guys to be able to do all of it. But I'm gonna be honest, it's overwhelming. It's too much. You can't go from the very beginning to Baroque style on a damn ceiling. That is overwhelming. It really is. But y'all kept saying, I want to learn. Baby, I'm going to make my executive decision on what I know is best because I know what is inside the level of instruction and what is going to require from you. Baroque and traditional are separate. But traditional has its own class like it has now. Our next class is in January. That's a 1-day class. It's for traditional draping, right? And Baroque will have its own. The 3-day workshops is all Baroque. Ain't no more trying to cram everything into 3 days because it's just too much. It's not long enough. Simply because draping, guys, it's extensive. And in order for you to fully understand what to do, you need both. You need demonstration and you need instruction, right? So the 3 days, that's what it will be. So the new Baroque classes is going to be structured. Day 1 is just step-by-step instruction, right? Step-by-step Baroque instruction, though, not traditional. Then day 2 is full execution. Now you'll execute what you learn instead of trying to execute and learn at the same time. If you really don't know Baroque, then you're gonna be clueless if trying to do that at the same time. And as much as I try and tell people you need some kind of knowledge before you come into this Baroque lane, they don't get it. So to navigate that and not have those kind of things happen, day 1 is all about step-by-step breakdown. Day 2 is all about execution. Day 3 is all about the design and putting it all together. I'm trying to tell you, that's how the classes are going to be. And so Ruth, this was my concept before, but again, so many people are traveling and I wanted to, that's all you hear. I want all of it. Girl, you can't pick and choose which one, Baroque or traditional, because you can't do it all. You can't. You're gonna be able to do that. So I know we talked about it earlier, me and the team, and that is like the very best idea. If it's a Baroque training, all of the focus, all of the material need to be on that. And if it's traditional, all of the focus and all of the training need to be on that. So that's what we're doing with the training, and that's immediately. Um, and even with the survey questions, now we do a survey. I ain't gonna lie, but it's very general. And I think now most of the things that I do and I've created was always created from data. I've always collected data. And I think now going into these new areas of training and new styles of technique, I need more data. So the survey questions is going to be a little more lengthy. So I'm trying, don't enroll unless you're ready to answer some questions, because I need to know. That's how I've always been able to deliver what people expect. So that's another thing we're changing. And I really, really think that this is, for one, it'll just keep things in perspective instead of commingling, like traditional and Baroque. It'll keep everything in perspective. So all of the focus and the knowledge can stay on this one lane and this one style of draping, because they're different. They are very, very, very different. Even the pricing around it is, everything is different around those two styles of draping. So that's the thing. Renee say, what really happens if people come in there thinking they know basic draping and they have to relearn the proper process? What you sold previously makes sense if you don't take basic, for me, and if you can't move forward. It's not enough. It don't make sense, Renee, because it's not enough time. It's not enough time for Baroque, since it's not enough time. It's not. It needs to be, that training needs to be the entire 3 days. If they don't know basic, that does not change. If you don't know basic, then you can't come to the 3-day workshop anyway. If you have not gone through my premium draping masterclass, you can't even come into this class. I've already said that. I said that maybe like 2-3 months ago. So that's a prerequisite, period. So this way, I have 2 young ladies. They wanted to take that class, and I forgot where they coming from. But they taking the January class, and it was like, it's a no-brainer. They like, all right, let me start here first. That way I could take this one class, and they're just going to have to come back. If in order for it to be the best experience, and also for you not to be hammered down with a whole bunch of information, it's levels to it. You got to take that one first, and then you level up to the next one. That's just how it's going. Well, for my training anyway, that's how it's going to be. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of overwhelm and people not understanding just regular basic stuff. Trying to do it all in the course of 3 days, that's overkill, that's overwhelmed. And the average person that's a beginner, they're not going to get it. They're not, even though they want it. I know as the instructor, that is not the best. That's not the best option. So I ain't doing that no more. Now the main thing with this is, this changes immediately. Now you can't rush it. And I know that's what people be trying to do, because they so look at the physical part of it and they like, oh yeah, let me just get it. They don't understand the psyche behind even understanding color. Like, even understand, you need time. This is when I say I built these curriculums over years. You are not going to get 8 years of mastery out of me in the course of 2-3 days. It's not going to happen, because it's just that deep. I've been tweaking and improving and building, and you guys got to realize this is not stuff that I was taught. These are things I built from problems. I built this curriculum or these trainings from problems. Still not understanding. I know how to drape, but I don't understand how to put these damn colors together. I know how to drape, but I don't know why does fabric feel like this, and I wasn't taught none of that. So to really take a training to those depths, it takes time. It definitely, Alicia say definitely levels. It is. And I just was, in this accommodation role, just trying to, I know they want it, and it's visual, and it is visual, and you can generate money from it right away. But you got to be really quick. You got to be good and able to adapt to the things that you learn. And I've been doing this long enough to see and know that the average person do not adapt it that fast. They don't. So it's levels to it. So again, guys, that is pretty much in a nutshell. That's in a nutshell. But even for the cohort, if anybody in here that was in the last training, those I'm going to do, because the main thing was the understanding the step-by-step part. So we are going to, I think it's tomorrow, I'm having my videographer come in and record Baroque like a Baroque training, a step-by-step instructional video, so that they get that part, because that was like the main thing. They was saying that they don't do the wall thing, and I get it because it totally made sense. This is where they are in their business, so that's something I'm willing to do so they can have that and kind of be able to, practice at home with the level that they're at in their business. But moving forward, y'all just kind of be clear on what the scope of the class is, and we definitely going to do a much better job at outlining exactly what it is. So if those that's in the cohort, they'll get an email about that, and when we're done, I think our shoot day is tomorrow. I don't remember. I just got back in the office, child. But you guys will get it. Those that have already taken it. Now, main thing with you guys is here, still listening, still watching. If you're still on this training, I'm so used to training. If you're still on this dang on live stream, is that I really want you to understand when things don't go as planned in your business. I'm not even going to say just in your business, because the same things I apply to my business model, I apply to my life, right? To my daily, at least I try. Some days some days it don't go as planned, but I be trying. First thing is you got to own what's yours, right? If you drop the ball, say it. Don't make excuses. Don't deflect it. Just own it. Second thing is nothing is wrong with explaining. I don't know where some of these people come from when they're like, I ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. And I'm like, all right, let's see how that work out for you. So it's nothing wrong with explaining, especially to just give context around it, right? If something is beyond your control, you can explain that. It's nothing wrong with that, but just don't use it as an excuse. Third thing is make it right? Figure out how can you remedy the situation? What can you do to make it better? And last thing is learn and adjust. Don't just apologize and move on. Like, in order for you to for one, to not only have a person's respect, but to maintain respect, you have to be able to understand where people are coming from and how they feel, and figure out what you're changing so that it doesn't happen again. Because for what we do, we're in a service-based business, right? The emotional aspect of how we serve people is the biggest thing that keeps us in the game. I don't know what y'all think it is, but it's the biggest thing that. Hey, Kayla. What? Alicia, get off my live. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Putting all those kits together was a challenge. You must know the zone theory in the. Oh my God! Oh yeah. It is a lot. Servicing the people, yes, like that's the thing that's really going to keep you guys in the game, and that's what I really want you guys to focus on in your business. Are you going to be in love with everyone you service? No, you're not. But at the end of the day, you signed up for this, right? I signed up to do what I do every single day, and I love what I do, and I love doing what I do, and I love the people that I do it for. It wouldn't feel the same if it was any different, right? So that's what I just really want you guys to see. If you have anything that you, I don't know, thought of and how it can help your business, I want y'all to drop it in the comments. Whatever you feel like you can change in your business or even in your life, like what is one thing? I know for me, I already told y'all earlier what mine was. And that was critical. That was really critical for me to be able to pay attention to areas that we can strengthen, especially right now. And this is a good time because we're going into 2026, right? We're going into 2026. We have new programs. We have new classes. We have new workshops. We have things that we've never done. And I'm super excited about that. I'm not going to lie with you guys or lie to you guys. Tonight was not easy to share. It never is. Who the hell want to get up there on the soapbox and talk about how they screwed up? But at the end of the day, guess what? Growth requires honesty. And if I'm asking you to show up with integrity in your business, just know I'm always going to do the same. I never expect anything from anyone that I'm not going to do myself. I'm trying to tell you. This weekend, it ain't go plan. It didn't. But here's what I know for sure. I showed up. I gave it every damn thing I had. I did the work. I navigated the challenges in real time. And I'm owning what's mine while I'm learning while it happened, right? I'm learning from what happened. That's the part that makes it beautiful. I'm trying to tell you. Come on, Kelsey. Where you been at, boo? She say, ask more questions with customers. create a questionnaire that all clients must sign, record the conversation. Not record the conversation, Kelsey. Oh my God. Mama Donna, I appreciate you, Queen. And I thank you. I needed that. I did. I appreciate you so much. And at the end of the day, I want all you guys to realize that's all any of us can do, right? If you take nothing else from this live, tonight's live, if you take nothing else from this, I want you to know that your business will have messy moments. Things will fall the hell apart. Your plans, they're going to change. And guess what? People going to be disappointed. People feelings will get hurt. But what the most important part in all of this is how you handle those moments. How you handle those moments. That is what defines you. You can't hide from them. That's never a good option. You could try and hide from them, or you could just simply own it, learn it, and move forward, right? I'm always going to choose the latter because that's how I got to where I am now. Guys, at the end of the day, I'm excited. I am excited. I am super excited for what's to come. I am fired up for what's to come. And I really look at this whole experience as something that was needed, right? Because we got a lot of new things going on. And this was a really clear indicator and showed me where some bottlenecks were and some things that I clearly need to strengthen before even going into that next season or into that next level or whatever it is. And I'm excited about it. I really am. I think we were on the phone for hours today, me and my team. I'm trying to tell you. And I just want you guys to know at the end of the day, I have not been in this industry serving at the level I serve for as long as I have done, all for just the hell of it. I wasn't. I love what I do. And I'm always going to be in your back pocket. I'm always going to be in your back pocket. I ain't going anywhere. If y'all are not in the university, I'm going to tell all of you guys, that is where you want to start. It's free to sign up. It's so much that we have. I could not wait to get back into my admin stuff because there's so much that we are really about to do in this draping game. And I'm excited to be doing what we're doing in the draping game. You want to know why? Because it's never been done. It's never been done. So I want you guys to be excited too. If you're excited about draping and making money from it and for it to be profitable and possibly change your life and you love what you do and all that good stuff, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. 2026 ain't going to be able to handle what the Queen about to bring it to. I don't think it is. I'm being super honest. I'm just being super honest. At the end of the day, guys, guess what? We all have choices, right? We all have choices. You could keep on lowering your prices. You could keep on attracting discount energy. You could keep on wondering why your business feels exhausted. Or you could stand on your worth. You could charge for your worth. And you could attract the clients that actually value what you do. And from that is where you build the business that respects your time, your talent, and your energy. I hope that's what y'all choosing because I know I am. Come on, Renee. What you say, girl? Seeing you handle these moments allowed me to give myself grace. Yes. When you look up to someone in their business like you don't often get to see this side of them. Oh, thank you. Watching me navigate everything, making real-time decisions, following up the way you have tonight. Much respect and thanks for another level. Girl, I love you, girl. That's all I got. I'm trying to tell you. I'm so... Wait a minute. Alicia, where that name come from? She said, I'm ready to break up with Discount Debbie. Alicia, what? That wasn't the name. That you changed the name, girl. They all hang together. The geese of what y'all know I'll be knowing them old sayings, boy. I heard them a time or two, but I didn't replace them with some new positive sayings. So I don't remember the old ones. What was the birds of a feather flock together? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, the Discount Debbie, we don't want them either. Alicia's like what Renee said. I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm excited. And I want to say thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for letting me be real with you guys. Thank you for providing me space to just give context or just give what I feel like you needed to know, right? It ain't all roses on this side. It's not. And I don't want you guys following anybody and being influenced by anybody that makes you feel that it is, right? Because we ain't perfect. We're not. But what makes us great is how we handle these moments, right? I want to thank you guys for holding me accountable while still supporting my growth. I love y'all. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. This is what community is all about, guys. And that is definitely what Precious Stevens of the Posh Academy, who everybody calls a Draping Queen, that is what she stands for. So, guys, if you are new or if you are a part of my day ones, I love you, love you, love you. And until next time, guess what? Keep raising that bar, sis. Why? Because I'll be at the top when things get heavy. I love y'all. Bye, guys.